Let's get stoned, 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 stoned again. Let's get stoned, 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 stoned again. And if you don't have no money, you don't have to worry, 'cause I got plenty of weed, man. You can come and get stoned with me. Every fucking day and every fucking night, I think about the world and how it's turned so shy.
Like Leeds United.
And I need some friends to moan with, so I can share my blues. Jason, Andy, Webby, and Aid on Raconteurs News. Let's get stoned, 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 stoned again. Let's get stoned, 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 stoned again. And if you don't have no money, you don't have to worry, 'cause I got plenty of weed, man. You can come and get stoned with me. Come on. Let's get stoned, 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 stoned again. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Let's get stoned, 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 stoned again. Yeah, let's get really hammered, man. And if you don't you can come and get stoned with me. Nice, man. You can come and get stoned with me.
Turn my mic up, shall I? Good evening, and welcome to Raconteurs After Dark. It's Friday. It's Friday evening. It's the 29th of April, 2022. And how am I sounding? Am I sounding all right? Let me have a listen to my sound. Let's see what I do. Let's see if that's any good. Hang on. That seems all right. Anyway, I can hear music. Music sounds all right. Hang on. I've got it. Oh, perhaps a bit low. I don't know. Anyway, I've turned it up. 4 times 4, Jace. Spanish Chicken says, yeah, evening. I don't know what that means. 4x4. All right. Does that mean good? I'll turn it up just a tad bit because I like sounding my own voice. So it's probably. I hope you do it all. Well, I'm sure you do gear here on fucking Friday night instead of doing it, whatever your stuff doing. Yeah, good evening to you all, you people in the chat room. Daniel Fisher's in there. Spanish Chicken, Kendo. Good evening, Tony, non-violent extremist. Kendo again, Miss Blue Sky. Uni I saw in there earlier on. We'll have him jumping on a little bit later on. I've not spoke to him for ages, so we'll get him on a little bit later on. Hopefully Dinny will be about as well. And maybe, anybody who wants to come on, really. I'm just going to do 2 hours. And Sarah can go on. We'll try and do 2 hours. Miss Blue Sky, Uni, Chris Partridge, good evening. Mahat Malevolence. Everybody who's watching, who's not contributing to the chat, it don't matter. You just sit back and, I'll do this, whatever it is I do. So... Yeah. I thought I saw Uni again there. Tom Rogers, good evening to you as well. Hello, Tom Rogers. Yeah, I've been after last week, after Tuesday's show, I think it was. I missed Friday, didn't I? And I've missed Tuesday, so I'm back Friday. So I'm like a week later. I just didn't. No, I'm over a week later. Anyway. Bird Turgler says Neil Sanders fingered my nan's third eye. Ooh, there we go. I hope I don't get sued for that sort of thing. Anyway, I've missed 2 shows. I missed Friday and I missed Tuesday. I felt fucking rotten. I've had this thing where I couldn't even open my mouth. I felt ear. It were like ear, around my jaw and down around my throat here. And I got a bit of a sore throat. And I kept getting these banging headaches. So I knew there was something up with me. And I just really didn't feel like fucking doing it. I felt like I just switched off and never got in touch with anybody. It's like I say, I've not spoke to Uni since in that time. I've not spoke to Dinny as well. in that time. So I've just switched off. I spoke to Leeds a couple of times, but apart from that, I've not spoke to anybody. And I spoke to AD as well. AD's fine. AD's fine there. Martin, he's fine. I've seen him today. He's good. So I was just feeling crap, and I thought what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it off, and then I'm just gonna come off and get myself better. Because if I come on and I start saying if I start feeling crap, I start saying shit things, and this becomes crap, and I don't want it to be crap. I don't want to be coming on and talking to you lot, and like then going, oh, my fucking life, it's fucking crap. So I wanted to be. Beating 2. Oh, right, okay. Sheffield United beating QPR 2-1. People keep distracting me from what I'm doing, love. Tell them. They were losing. I only were losing a minute ago.
Stop lying.
I know. It's very bad, isn't it? It's very bad how they fibbed. Anyway, QPR are apparently Sheffield United beating them 2-1 at the moment. So 3-1. 3-1. So it's 3-1. Fucking brilliant. Thanks for that, Kendo. Hopefully Wednesday I'm at Portsmouth tomorrow and we'll be fine at place. Oh no. Oh they aren't. Oh they have. 4-1 then. Is that 4-1, love? Oh. Right. Stop watching football, will you? I'm sicker of watching football and like just ignoring me. You're right, Nubin. I don't need an excuse to take a break. But I felt really fucking shit, and I didn't. You come on here and you don't want me going, oh, I'm fucking feeling shit, and I get in a right bad mood. Yeah, I do get really fucking bad mood. See, there you go. I get a really fucking bad. I get in a really bad mood, and I don't want to thrust that on anybody else other than the people that choose to live here in this house with me. So that's Danielle and Watson. So yes, that's what I did do. I felt really crap. I felt crap on Tuesday as well, so I didn't do it. I was thinking about Tuesday, but I still didn't think I were up for it. All right. But yesterday and today, yesterday, I mean, it was my birthday yesterday, so that might have been a bit of a boost for me. But hopefully, today I felt yesterday I felt a lot better, and today I feel really, really good. So I'm all right. I'm on my way back. So 6-0 to City. Poor Leeds play 6-0. All right, we're talking about Leeds and Man City. Unlucky. So it's just been a bit. I've not really been taking any notice or anything. I'll tell you what I have done. I've just been fucking. I think now the time. When I'm in that, I didn't feel right in head as well. I didn't feel like really. I felt. I don't know. I think I've got this personal life thing that's going on that I can't talk about, but it's going on at the moment as well. So that didn't help. So I don't think. I don't think that that I would have been any good for you. So, but I'll tell you what, in future, what I will do, because what I've done a lot of is I've been cubing. Cubers. That's what we call each other now, cubers. Shut up. I know, don't call me in a bed. So I've been cubing a lot, and I've got me. I can do a 5x5, and I've just got for my birthday yesterday. I've got not that one. That's my 5x5 that I've completed, by the way, 5x5. But my wife's bought me a 7x7, and I'm, as you can see, I'm sort of midway through first trying doing it. So, it's a 7x7 Rubik's cubes. See what happens when I put green side on? You can't see my head. My head's disappeared. You can't see my head. It's just like an hole. It's right good, that. I think we should do that anyway. But that's what's been. Ozzy has COVID. Oh, Ozzy's got COVID. I don't think I had COVID. I had. What did I have? I had no, didn't I? I just had a sore throat and a fucking head.
It's a viral infection.
Yeah. So I got a viral infection. That's what I got. Yeah, I had a viral, yeah, a bit of I don't know, some sort of infection. But I knew my body had, I kept my body, it's a temple. Excuse me.
You are excused.
My body's a temple, and I just knew my body would fight it off, and there it goes, it has done. I didn't really detox. I tell you, I stopped drinking sugary pop, but that only for a couple of days. I stopped, I don't know. Oh, fucking hell. And I think I've still got a bit of it because I shipped me son in Aldi today when I was taking Adi for. I was taking Adi shopping. Oh, I've got to tell you this. I'm not going to tell it you. Shall I tell it to him?
Eat your birthday knickers.
Oh, God, y'all, fucking hell. So this is what happened to me. This is my life, right? So I'm doing my good deed for the day, which I took Adi shopping. I took Adi shopping, and we're in Aldi, and the thing I like to do is, because Adi gets quite easily sort of not embarrassed, but you know what I mean. He don't like drawing attention to himself, and so what I like to do is I like to fart a lot when there's people near us, when I'm quite close to him, and So we went to Aldi's today, and I was stood there, and I thought, oh yes, here we go. Waited for a woman to come anyway. I started pushing, didn't I? Oh, I shat me sen like there in the middle of Aldi, right? So I'm in Aldi, and I said, I just stopped dead, and I stood there. I said, "Hey, I've shit me sen. I've shit me sen." And he says, "Yo, you what?" Actually, I said, "Yeah." I said, "It's fucking huge," and it were huge, and I got shorts on as well. So. I then, right, I don't know if you've ever tried to shove, when you're clenching, because I want to clench because I want to hold as much in. I know it's breached that, but I don't want to like start rubbing it all along inside, right? So what I did is I were clenching and then walking. Now, have you ever tried to walk and clench when you've got a wooden leg, a prosthetic leg? Right, and I can't. I were really difficult at doing it, so I must have looked really stupid, like I was pretending to be a robot or something, because I was like just sort of shuffling along. Anyway, I went outside and I got the car, and I said, "I'll meet you back inside, Eddie." I got outside and I went to the car, and I thought, I sort of tried to cover my son with door at car. This is like there's a shopping centre here. It's not inside the shopping centre. It's a outside shopping, but there's shops everywhere and a fucking car park behind me. So what I'm thinking is, what am I going to do? So, I know I need to. I know I need to take them off, right? I know I need to take my kegs off, right? But if I take my kegs off, I've got to take my leg off. So I can't just take my leg out and then, you know how you might do? You might take your leg out of one side under your shorts and then put it up, mop up all that's up there, and then find other leg. Anyway, can't do it. So I'm going to have to fucking... So there's this Bernardo's, and I thought, right, it's a charity shop. They're going to be nice, aren't they? Right, they're going to be fucking right nice in this charity shop. They've got to be. So I goes in and I goes up to the counter. There's a few people in there, a few women, middle class women, and wanted to look like they're doing stuff and everything. And they were in there, and there were these three other middle class women. I'm saying middle class, nicely dressed, professional type looking women in the back in this room, and they're going through all booty that's come in, obviously, because they're like looking at all stuff and bagging it up and putting it into. Putting prices on it and all that sort of stuff. And I said, anyway, one comes to the counter and says, "Can I help you?" I said, "Yes, please." I says, "The thing is," and I don't know if she'd seen me walk up, because I walked up to the counter, so I don't know if she knows I've got one leg. She said, "I've got prosthetic." And I says to her, I says, "I'm really sorry, and this sounds really bad, but," I said, I've had an accident. Is it any chance I can use your toilet? Because to sort my accident out, I've got to take my leg off, so I can't just do it anyway. And she sort of looks at me, and then goes into the fucking bag, and then after laughing had finished, she comes back and said, "Yeah, you can go and use toilet." So I went in there and used toilet, and then cleaned my son up, The kegs I had to keep because they were my birthday kegs. I only got them yesterday. Fucking shit them day after. I mean, it's got to be a record even for me. So yeah, so that this is what my life's like. This is what happens to me. So but it were great. Yeah, and I went back in Aldi. Look, things like shit. I don't get embarrassed about things, but I was just thinking afterwards. It looks quite a funny, like me life's like a sitcom. It's just like a sitcom. So yeah, I had to bomb off, and I went and got to. I went and got. I had to go and see. I went to go and see my daughter after I dropped Adi off, and Adi wanted a bottle of stuff. So I a bottle of bourbon. So I went and bought him a bottle of bourbon. I took it back, and he said to, "Have you had a shit? have you finished off your shit?" After I'd finished, bastard. I should have sucked his bourbon, but not my kind of stuff. Anyway, that's what's happened to me. I've not been rate smart, and then today I thought I were all right, and if you think you're all right, and then you're not. You think you're a man, but you're only a boy. That's how that record goes, isn't it? Oh dear me. So what's been going on anyway? Whilst we've been away, it's been crazy, hasn't it? Elon Musk has bought Twitter. Big fucking deal. It'll all be the same shit. I mean, how the fucking hell how do people fall for it? Like fucking. Let's all just like get these people to invest in this shit, this absolute fucking utter dog shit, right? And then what we'll do is we'll take all their money, then we'll pretend we're doing stuff, but we don't do it. The money back. Fucking Twitter. Jesus Christ. Who cares? If you're living on Twitter, you can't fucking trust anybody anyway, because if you don't want to fucking trust, if you don't want to trust the government, right, that's fine. Nobody would trust government. You don't trust what people are fucking saying as well, because don't forget, government are only people. They only get the lying skills from being people. So people fucking lie as well. So don't think that. That Elon Musk's going to do all, even if you think he is, even if you think he's a good guy, even if he's got the best intentions, he's not going to do all. It's all going to be the same. It will be the same. You might be able to say a few more things, but they're not bothered about them things now, are they? I mean, COVID's 2 years ago news, last year's news, isn't it? Nobody cares about it. Say what you want about it now, but Elon Musk's bought it, so I can fucking read. I can do COVID things. It's fucking crazy. It's just crazy. What do you want that shit for? I have it for this. By the way, this is streaming on Twitter. If you're watching on Twitter, it's a lovely platform, and we absolutely love Elon Musk. I'd like him to come round here, and I would like to suck his big, fat, juicy, delicious cock. There you go. So that should keep us on Twitter anyway, because I heard he's into that sort of stuff, especially like really, really, really micro level. Popular fucking radio YouTubers like you. I'm a YouTuber now, aren't I? YouTubers like me and me and Cookie. I don't think he's. I think we'll be able to start. I don't think Cookie does it on Twitter anyway, does he? But anyway, there you go. It's not. No, it's going to work. It's you're thinking you're going to get. I mean, you're going to get what you fucking deserve. That's what you're going to get. Everyone's going to get what they deserve. I know we don't deserve it. Us here, but we're watching this, aren't we? We're not watching their Twitter. Oh, dear. Popularity. It's fucking what it's like. It's like a fucking popularity contest. A poo tuber, yeah. Jason is a content creator on you. Yeah, I am a content creator. That's it. But that's as far as that, as big as that sentence is, that's as far as it goes. That is it. Boom, stop, there. That's all it. That's all you should be. But everyone wants fucking money, don't they? Everyone wants to put adverts on it. I like watching stuff on YouTube, but I fucking, you know what? I tried to find something yesterday, and it's a guy that I'm gonna ask to get on, but he's done a video on the jet fuel hoax. He's done a couple of videos on that, and his videos have got quite good numbers. He's got like 800 fucking subscribers. But I see. This is what fucking bugs me. But I put in the name because somebody had posted on me phone on Twitter, not Twitter, on fucking Telegram, on one of Telegram groups that I'm in. By the way, you can go to our Telegram group. I'll print the thing in a minute. The link. Interesting developments there as well. The great fucking discussion about flat Earth, fucking hell, and about all that shit. It was right good on Telegram. I tell you want to be on that Telegram group, just come onto it. It's I'll put the link in. I'll find link for and I'll put it in because it's it's some good chat on there. Good especially after moon landing ones, I think, and the flat Earth stuff as well. But this guy does about the jet fuel hoax. And now because I wanted to watch it it were on my phone and I wanted to watch it on TV. So I wanted to watch it on Raconteurs News so that I could cast it to TV. And I couldn't, I were on Raconteurs News on YouTube. And I put the name in of the film and the bloke, the name of the channel it were, and it didn't come up. It did not come up. I had to find it some other way. I can't remember which way I found it. I think I ended up sending myself a thing. But it was really interesting, a really good. But I'm thinking about asking him on because I'm interested in this. Because to me, it does make some of the stuff. It does make sense. Again, I'm open-minded about it. But the jet fuel, the jet fuel hoax is the not needing as much fuel because the turbines, and it shows you some experiments that people have done. And if you get a flowing river, then a thing will travel up it under its own speed, a turbine-based thing anyway, a spiral, like a helicopter works. So it's like a spiral, and it's using vibration. And it talks about how honeybees. The wings. It's impossible for a honeybee to fly the way that we fly because the wings are so small, and that's a fact. I mean, there is evidence that there are papers. Scientists have written papers on how honeybees shouldn't be able to fly because the wings aren't the way that they are. They're not big enough. I mean, they've got big little wings and big fat bodies. And they won't get off the ground in the conventional way that we know. And plus, they don't thrust it. Yeah, bumblebee, yeah, not a honeybee. Maybe not. I mean, this might be all bees. It might be all flying insects. But the way that they do it is they create a resonance in a vibration which creates a resonance. You know how you see things where there's examples of like a vibrating table that's vibrating at a resonance, and something on it will move up. It'll just levitate, and he thinks that is what bumblebees do. I mean, this is the assertion that this is what bumblebees do. They create the sonic wave in rhythm. The same as if you got somebody singing and a glass on the table, and you get to a certain resonance, and if it's the same resonance as the glass, the glass shatters. And this resonance, they come at the same resonance as they are around them, as the air around them. And once they're at that air resonance, they can just move whichever way they want because they're just there. And it's been shown that honeybees will fly direct straight, even in high winds. They just go straight, completely straight from point A to point B. And he showed this where they've got these bees with little antennas on, GPS things, really tiny things, and it showed you honeybees, and they'd marked. It showed you where they'd gone and what the graph, and they were going from point A to point B, absolutely dead straight. Even though they were like crosswinds, and you would have thought that a bee would be caught in crosswinds. Really interesting stuff. So I'm looking to get him on. But I couldn't, if I did it, I did a search. When I did the search, I could not find it. So how's anybody going to find this? Which is good, because I don't want anyone to find this, because then they'll fucking kick us off. But yeah, this is what they're doing. You just can't even find anybody now. It's if you've not got not got ads. If you've not got ads, then I think I'm going to start this. I'm going to try and start like I don't know, some sort of collective of YouTubers of all different types that don't do ads, that don't have ads, and then advertise their shit. I mean, someone should do something like that because it's the ads really piss me off. The fucking adverts really, really piss me off. And there's a lot of stuff I don't watch because there's fucking adverts on it. And I think to myself, I'm not watching 20 seconds of this shit. I can't be asked to turn the fucking thing down because I know I'll be distracted by one of my Rubik's Cubes and then I won't even listen to what they're saying. So I hate adverts. I hate them. So there's a bloke called Dan Grider. If you're into aviation, things like that, he's really good. He doesn't have ads on. And he does like reports into crashes and stuff like that, things that have happened. And it's really cool. It's really good stuff. Dan, you never get advertising. I use a VPN. See, I use a VPN, but I have used a VPN, but I find it fucking pointless. Really, a bit pointless. I mean, fucking anyone knows where I am if they want to fucking find me. It's not going to be difficult, is it? Fucking hell, they see what I'm fucking sitting on. It's a spaceship. I'm in fucking space. Oh, by the way, look at me. Look at me T-shirt that my wife bought me. My wife. My wife bought me this T-shirt. Just imagine the bit that you can see me instead of it is green. That's green, that colour. Yeah. My Flat Earth T-shirt. And I know a lot of flat earthers will do. Flat earthers will say, "Oh no, but that's good. Round planets and sun." Oh, that's I know. It would do better. It's the thought that counts, isn't it? The thought was it's a Flat Earth T-shirt, and it is, and I wear it with pride. Fucking Dave Weiss. Don't you come and tell me because he had a go at me, didn't he, for me backdrop? Couldn't believe it. I'm on a space station. What's the matter with him? Anyway, if they can pretend, I can pretend, and believe me, I'm good at pretending. Oh, nice tits. Thank you. Conscientious. Good evening to Conscientious Objector. Good evening to Black Dahlia. Evening to you. A couple more people I've seen in chat room. Paula, good evening to you. Listen, Paula, I've got your text, and it was just at the point where I really started feeling shitty, and I haven't texted you back, and I'm terrible. But in answer to your question, I use Telegram. I don't use WhatsApp. So if you get Telegram, then we can do that. So it should be easy to get on your phone as well. If you've got WhatsApp, you'll be able to get Telegram. You should be able to anyway. So if you get that, then that's answer to that. That's what I can remember about that question, about that text. It was quite a while ago. But I'm really sorry I haven't got back to you. I just, like I said, I haven't really talked to anybody. I feel fucking shit. I have been feeling shit. I'll give him a 1 second. Is Telegram Russian? I don't know, actually. I don't know. No, I think it's taking its time. Stewie, missed you. Glad you're back. Stewie's back. Good evening, Stewie. And So South as well. Good evening down there. Black Dahlia. B. Rebozo. It's Dahlia, sorry. Fucking hell, woman. Is it you? They only do it for money, so I won't watch them with adverts on it. See, that's what I think as well. I mean, it's all that like and subscribe, and I can't be that fucking fake. It's just so fucking such utter fucking bollocks. I'm just me, and that's it. I don't fucking like it. Don't watch. I don't fucking care. What does it fucking matter to me? Principium, good evening to you, mate. Yeah, I remember you. You're the one down on who can see the Blackstock from where he was. The one time he were listening anyway. Oh, that were another thing. That were one I wanted to mention as well. I didn't mention last time. You shouldn't smoke in space. Well, man. I am. I'm a rebel. I'm like one of them people that puts one of them things on the Facebook or one of them things on the Facebook account and it says, you might think that my niceness is my weakness. But let me tell you that if you get on the wrong side of... I mean, who the fucking hell are you aiming that at? Who are you aiming it at? Everybody. Just hang on a minute. I'm not going to be fucking bad to her. You know why I'm not going to be bad to her? Because don't fucking know the fuck she is. Why is she telling me that she's like some fucking rock hard, strong woman? Who cares? Fucking hell. Get a boyfriend. Jesus Christ. We know you're feeling shit. You did it in Aldi. Yes, I did. Yes. So if you've missed that, you need to listen to that story. That's a true story. That absolutely true. Fucking happened to me today. I've got the pants in there. If you don't believe me, I've got the pants outside the fucking outside the washing machine, waiting to go in, queuing. They're in the washing machine, queuing, and there is a lot of poo, and the poo even extended round to the front as well, which I don't know how it did that. Yeah, but I've had a shower now, so I can't examine myself and try and find out. Oh dear. Oh, Uni says he's horny. He must be all that talk of my shit, Uni. Yeah, look for 2 girls, 1 cup. In fact, we got we were trying to get Uni hooked up, weren't we, yesterday? Yeah. Didn't quite work. I'll let you know when I speak to you about that, Uni. Do what? Titty pics. Yeah, titty pics. Yeah. Do you want some titty pics? I know somebody will send you some titty pics at Uni if you want them. I can't believe I'm offering Uni some titty pics. By the way, he is 28, everybody. Rah, rah, Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine. It was a shame how he carried on, says Heath Dweft. There. You see, I would have thought you were more of a Timmy Mallet man. I was just telling the story just before I came on. We were watching Top of the Pops, an old version, and Timmy Mallet, Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini came on, and I told her about when you played that in the Blue Bell at Acklenthorpe that time, and the story behind that. I'm not going to tell everybody else, but I've told Danielle. So it's funny that you came on and did some musical stuff. That's what he is. He's a music guy. He did the intro song. If you didn't already know. Hey, do you know? I'm feeling a bit. Oof. Do you know? I feel like a coiled spring. I don't know what's happening. I'm going to get some people on soon because there should be more people talking than just me. There we go. Did you see that? Or I floated. Oh, my mic's floating with me. It'd be funny if that happened, wouldn't it? In like in one of the videos for where I am. International Space Station. Oh, no, it's not that. I've got somebody, a female that might send him some titty pics. No, it's not me. I'm not sending him no titty pics. You can see my tits if you want. They're not very good. So I don't need to send him some blue tits and great tits. Oh, great tits are always good, though. Great tits are always a bonus. Always a plus point. Always go on the pro rather than the con side. Great tits. It's a floater. Oh, right. Here's another thing as well. I've got this question. Put in the comments. Yeah, I'll get onto that. But first of all, there is a very, 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 very pressing thing in what do I call it? Issue that I need to bring up. Very, 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 very. Last week, before I was struck down by... hang on, let me fucking... Before I was struck down in my prime... Oh, balloons. Can't do it like that now. Right, before I was struck down in my prime, I was sorry, conscientious objector. I was anyway. Let's just watch this. Can you see that? There we go. Let's have a look at this here. And let's just play this.
Chat. Hello, Raconteurs News. Cookie loves his flares. Yes, I do. I like to stand on a hill and shake my legs and claim that I'm sending flare signals. Boom. That's an old one. Yeah, the chat seems to have locked up for me. So sorry if I can't see any more comments. But thanks everyone for joining in the chat. Thanks everyone for just tuning in and listening. If you're lurking or whatever, get out and get some fresh air if you get the chance, if you can. And don't accept their bullshit. We should be back on Monday for another edition of Sol Excalibur. We'll see what more craziness has been happening through the week. And I think Steve is on tomorrow for the mystery show. And Raconteurs News will be on Tuesday and Friday as well, I think.
Not always Friday, okay.
Yeah, Friday's not always every Friday, but Tuesdays, yes. So we will see you again soon. Thanks again, Pete, for restreaming it.
Yeah, thanks everybody in the chat. Thanks, Dino. Thanks, Cookie.
Cheers, Pete. Cheers, Cookie. Cheers, everyone in chat.
Good cheese.
Good cheese.
You should really turn it off now, Cookie.
Click the button.
Yeah.
No, turn it off, mate. Turn it off. Turn it off. You might say something.
I think maybe it might have just been my YouTube stream that locked
It's not
up.
me, Cookie. It's not me.
Yeah. It locked up just after Jason posted his comments in the chat.
Jason's DDoSer.
It wouldn't surprise me, man.
I don't think he's got the fucking knowledge to do that. Tell you the truth, mate. He struggles with his own computer.
He himself, maybe not. But, it's not just him, really. Right?
Did you hear that? I wouldn't be surprised.
Hello, I'm Francesca.
Oh, fuck off, Francesca.
Here at the National Gallery, and today I'm talking about
Fuck off. Do you know? I mean, come on. It's like... Oh, come on, Cookie, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. I want to get myself over there a bit, but I can't. What was the accusation? I don't know. I was DDoSing him or something. He just said he wouldn't be surprised. I thought, oh my God, what have I done? I was watching that live and all. I just commented. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, listen, it don't fucking make a difference. Don't make a blind bit of fucking difference. Nice one, Cookie. It gave me something to play on here tonight. Yeah, but it weren't me, honestly. It weren't me. We have been infiltrated. Yeah, honestly, it weren't me. It weren't me. I don't know what DDoSing is. I think it must be stopping his chat because that's what he was claiming, that his chat. Well, you can watch it again if you want, but I won't. It's just the end of that. Watch his film. Watch it. I can't remember what it's called now. But anyway, it's Lowlands Pete's channel. So go and have a look. It's just last couple of minutes. I forgot to turn it off, and I've done it myself. But it's always something slips out. Not always, but sometimes it does. Oh dear. Denial of service. Right, okay. Oh, fucking hell, I'm denying you. Fucking Jesus Christ. You fucking honestly really, really, really overestimated me. Really. Oh dear. Cookie's got an ego, Jace, like you. Yeah, all right. Well, we've all got egos, haven't we? It don't matter. What does it fucking matter? Anyway, listen, I just heard it and I thought, brilliant. I'm going to have to be Jason MI5 next time I come on. And I will be, and I am. Yeah, so someone mentioned something just before that. Someone mentioned something, and I said, "Yeah, I'll talk about that." Where the fuck is dinner? Where the fool is dinner? Fuck. I don't know. Let's get some people on. Let's get some people on. Is this going to be like depth versus herd? Yeah, it is. It's going to be just same. It's just same. I had it before where I've done it, when I've left it on and somebody else, but I've never done anything like, ever done all. But I've left it on and somebody went and on another show and apparently just afterwards, and we'd left it on and he'd left his on at his end. But he went onto another computer and then he were talking to somebody else who were doing another interview. I think Dinny were telling me about this. Yeah, like the time Dinny called Jimmy boring. That were not good. It weren't. No, he put me in a right position, but it were between them two. Cookie Monk. No, he didn't make any salacious claims. He said that he wouldn't be surprised. And then he said it wasn't just me, and then it cut off. He says it's not just Jason with Rackont, and then it sort of cut off. So I don't know what happened then after. Come on then, Uni.
How's it going?
I'm all right. How are you?
Fine. Just glad you're able to actually hear me right when I enter this time, instead of like usual where it's just like, oh, can't hear him. Can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear him?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, but so I late last couple of days I've been looking into this thing. I've been looking into the concept of liberalism.
Right.
And I think I've realized now that one of the biggest problems with our modern world, especially the Western world, is that it's very is that the liberal democracy state of things has really dumbed down people in terms of intelligence, particularly with this whole Ukraine thing.
Well, just explain what you mean by liberalism.
Essentially, the idea that everyone, that the whole idea of everyone has can do anything as long as they set their mind to it, which is complete bullshit. People are different. People achieve different things. There's also the idea of but
that's stuffed, isn't it?
Yeah,
people can achieve different things, but to tell people that you can say to people you can be able to anything you want, but that they can't be. There are parameters to that, isn't there? There's got to be common sense parameters to it.
Yeah, well, the thing is that you're taught in school that there is no common sense parameter. I mean, it's evolved into the modern day. Liberalism has evolved into the feminism agenda, in the transgender agenda. It's turned pretty much into global homo. The whole I can change my gender if I want to. The whole identifying as a girl thing if I'm a guy. Teachers teaching you that in school. That's part of it. That's just an extension of liberalism. Maybe a rather a stretching point of it, like a extreme point of it, but it's still a part of it. The whole idea of I can be anything I want to angle. And Vladimir Putin has been recently denounced that, saying liberalism is dead, which I don't know, maybe a little bit too strong of a statement, but I completely see where he's coming from. What it's caused to the modern world.
Yeah, but that's extreme liberalism, isn't it? I mean, it's sort of taking the word liberalism and dismantling it and rebuilding it to mean something completely different. Because anybody can be anything they want, but of course there are parameters to that. I mean, I can't win an arse kicking contest, right? Simple. I can't walk without a thing. I can't. I'm never going to be 100%. So people obviously beset by whatever their physical condition is, and also how whether they want to or not. So you won't really want to be doing something like
but
you can't.
I was going to say, but this also applies to the role that that certain types of people and certain genders play in society. You know, the whole if the wife is at home raising the kids and all that, that's considered sexist and oppressive. When in fact that's just
But that's an extreme. That's an extreme. We live in a world of extremes, not a world. It's extremes that we live in. Everything is to the extreme. It's extreme, like screaming and shouting at each other. It's extreme division amongst people. They'll use anything they can to get in between people. It's people that have got to realise that and not adhere to it, not take it on board.
Yeah, I mean, it also applies to this whole Ukraine situation too. Like the whole, talk because like the mainstream media always love to talk about, the innocent, the quote unquote, the innocent people being that are dying because of the invasion. When in actuality, there is no such thing as innocent people in war. Even bystanders, people, people, there's this whole like soft ideology of like, oh, you can spare bystanders in war. They like, oh, if you kill a bystander in a war, then you're automatically a war criminal. When in fact, the matter of the fact is that's just what's going to happen in war. If there are innocent people that are going to die, and there are going to be bystanders that do as well. And people just calling Putin a war criminal because of stuff like that happening. Well, it's just like, well, that's just the natural war mentality. I feel like that a lot of people just don't understand and I'm not talking about you or anyone here. I'm just talking about in people in general. Just don't understand the mentality of what a leader has to go through when they when they're in a war. Like for example, when we have people like Churchill who freaking killed like hundreds of millions of people just to weaken the psychology of the enemy, which I disagree with. Don't get me wrong, I disagree with, but it is that war mentality that ends up causing these things, and it happens on all sides. And that's just one thing that's annoying me about this whole Ukraine thing. Like, people calling Putin a war criminal because like innocent people are suffering and dying. It's like, well, yeah, that's what's going to happen. And then the whole, Ukraine should keep fighting until the last man. It's like, if Ukraine really cared about the women and children, they would surrender right now. They would surrender and to spare as many women and children as possible, because why fight a war you cannot win? All that's going to happen is that the West is going to keep sending weapons. They're going to keep dragging all this shit out as long as physically possible, and then all that's going to happen is that it's just going to turn into a war of attrition. More and more people are going to die. So it's like, like I said, if Ukraine really cared about its women and children, they would end. Whether Putin's in the right or not, whether he's wrong or not, they would surrender right away.
I've got a question for you. Well, someone's got a question for you. Miss Blue Sky has asked a question in the chat room. She said, I want to ask Une about why he keeps saying how horny he is. And then when he is on, he just talks about liberalism and Ukraine, lol.
Well, you can only say so many different things in a comment section where you're limited to the amount of characters that you can put in a single comment. And it's like you have that like little like difference of what's the word I'm looking for? Difference of not environment, but you have like a different mentality when you're speaking in like a little short like sound bit comment, if that makes any sense, compared to when you're actually having a lengthy conversation with a person, with your voice or something like that. You have this like different mentality, different atmosphere.
Thumb cramp. Is that what you got?
Thumb cramp. What?
Thumb cramp from your tapping on your whatever you're tapping on. Yeah.
I'm not tapping
keyboard.
on anything.
Do you use your thumbs on your keyboard?
Yes, sometimes.
Fucking hell. Anyway, that was good, wasn't it? Yeah. Look, people have got to realise that they're just cattle. I mean, if all you got to do is look at cattle, and when the people first started, keeping cattle, they had to do things to make them so that they could, they won't run at them and attack them and do things like that and run them over, and they had to grow the characteristics. That's all they've done with society. They've done exactly the same as they've done with cattle. We're just cattle, and people don't know it. You can't blame them for not knowing it. I know it's all there, and everyone wants to read it, but It's everyone's right to not read it as well, isn't it? And you know, it's all fucking free speech. I've said this before. Free speech is very good. Yeah, all these people fucking that are spouting free speech, you have to fucking pay something, whatever way that is. Whether it's by watching an advert, you're still fucking paying. It's still something that you're having to pay for. Then you know, it's not free speech, is it?
No.
So people are socially engineered to react like that. So the reaction that they get to, that normal people get to Ukraine, that's what they've been conditioned to do since they've been born, right from the start, since they were not the mother's teat.
But then again, I should also ask: is free speech really a God-given right, or is it something that you have to earn? Because
no, it's not. It's not something you have to earn. Otherwise, it's not free speech, is it? How can you fucking earn free speech? Jesus Christ! If you've got to earn it, it's not free. It's costing you something. It's costing you labour. It's costing you having to fucking deal with dickheads, or you know, and you're having to suck up to people who are fucking dickheads. No, it's not free speech. If free speech is free speech, be able to free say what the fuck you want whenever you want. Now, if by doing that you cross another line, like you incite people to do that, then that's fine. That's not free speech. It's incitement. It's using It's using that speech as a weapon. So you're weaponizing speech. That's not free speech. Free speech is being able to wanting to express yourself, being able to express yourself. If you can't do that, so free speech is just free speech.
Yeah. And then of course, what about things like slander and trolling and stuff like that?
What do you mean?
Say for example, if I was to go onto a black person's video and call him a nigger and and just type that over and over in the comment section, you know, just to piss him off, does that fall under free speech, or is that like something that's that's outside of that?
Well, that's harassment, isn't it? That's harassment, plain and simple. So you bang to rights. You're using language that you know that's going to fucking upset him, and that's you using language as a weapon. It's not free speech. That's just being a wanker and fucking using words as a weapon when you've got nothing else. No, you've got no other fucking. You've got no intellect. All you're doing is just calling somebody a name. There's no intellectual input into that at all. It's just, I'm just going to call you a name, and there you go. Who can think of the cleverest name? I don't know.
True. I think it's I think it's it's a very deep subject as well.
Well, it's not a deep subject, is it? It's really shallow. Free speech is free speech, right? If that free speech then impinges on other things that are not okay, and that free speech is being weaponized, which it is anyway. We know it is, but if we weaponize it, we can't weaponize it. We can't use it as a weapon, but they can. They use it as a weapon all the time. Speech, they use all sorts of language. It's a weapon to them. But if you use the same weapons back at them, they don't like it, and they can't use it. And there's more of them, and so they've got more. And I mean, when I say there's more of them, there isn't more of them, but there's more of them, and they've got the people, the lackeys that fucking hang on to them, to back them up. So free speech should be that free speech, unless you can actually prove that it's going to cause somebody harm. Or it's harassment.
Yeah.
But you see, what happens then is it gets broadened, because it's things like that, which are just common sense. You don't want to go around calling people names, right? Because it's just a fucking waste of time, and it gets nobody anywhere. So that's not a freedom of speech. You're only calling him a name because you think it's going to get a reaction. So you're using it as a weapon.
Fair enough. Oh, I did see this. I'm brain farting. This comment in the chat saying, "Uni, are you saying that a country should automatically give up and let their way of life be destroyed?" I'm saying that if they have literally have no chance of winning, then they should not. And then yes, they should give up, and then sort things out from there. I mean, here's the thing: why would you continue fighting a battle that you have 0% chance? Now, if you actually have a chance of victory, that's a different scenario. But if you literally have 0 chance, then yeah, then you should give up.
How do you calculate 0 chance? What scenario are you talking about? If there's a battle,
Ukraine versus Russia,
right? But it won't just be Ukraine, will it? Ukraine's not just going to knock on the door of Russia and go, "Oh, by the way, we're coming in," and they shut door behind them and then they jump in through a window. That's not going to happen because it's not. It's Russia and have got NATO behind them. But this is all a facade. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to go anywhere because it can't go anywhere. Because if it goes somewhere, then the game's over, and they like playing the game. So they like it. They like to play the game. If they go too far, then the game's over because they can't go too far. It's always got to end at some sort of peace talk, which it will. Some sort of peace talk. They're all in it together. There's some sort of peace talks because if the game ends for us, it ends for them. Their game is slow killing us. It's not fast killing us in wars and nuclear bombs and stuff like that. It's not that. Because then it ends for them, right? They get more advanced. They need less of us. How many people are unemployed? They need less of us. They need to slowly kill us off. They don't need to chuck bombs down because then you might get rid of some fucking, better people that you're going to need about that are doing all fucking, work for you. Or you're going to need enough. So they don't want a fast kill. It's not a fast kill. It's not a fast kill exercise. It's not. But everyone's got everything to distract them. You've got Bible to distract you, and you've got you've got all these different things to distract you. Flat Earth distracts you. This, what we're talking about, right, distracts you. It's all a distraction. It's all about distraction everywhere. It's never going to end like this. It's a soft kill. They want to get to a point where there's fewer and fewer and fewer of us, but it needs to be done incrementally. It can't all be done at once.
See, I completely disagree with the idea that that every single one of them are on the same payroll, the same cabal. Like
got to be, aren't they? It's like watching a. Do you think if I watch? I don't know, fucking Batman and Robin and the Joker, right? So you got Batman and Robin. Let's go back to old fucking days. You got Batman and Robin, and you've got the Joker. Now they're putting on this fucking great show for you. This pow, chow, patal, but they're all being paid by fucking same bloke because that's the way that it is. That's the way that things are. They're like that. It is like that. It is this. It's this movie we're going through. It's a movie show. It's a show. And you get your fucking things put in front of you. And then you're told how fucking hard they are to fucking get rid of. Oh, you're told day and fucking night and day and night. And half the time it's a load of bollocks. It's a load of fucking bollocks, but people get caught up in it. And they have to take as long. And people are still, people are still like it round me. We fucking drink. I'm going to have a drink. You don't mind, do you? And I go, no, why would I fucking mind? If I wanted a drink, I'd have a drink, but I just don't want one. Thanks. So but still people are stuttering around it because they think it's hard. And it really, it's you that's been told it's hard all your fucking life. So that's what you think. That's what you're expecting. And that's what you get. You get what you fucking expect. You get what you deserve. Hey, Jimmy lad, how are you coming back?
How are you, Jason?
How you doing, me old Chuck?
I'm doing pretty good, enjoying the weather, and just interesting times to be alive,
So what's been going on while I've been locked up inside me cocoon?
Were you unwell for a little while, Jay? Were you?
Yeah, I was just poorly, that's all. I just had a bit of a sore throat and headache and that, so I just decided I weren't doing shit. So I had a fucking right bad headache. So, and I was just a bit run down, I think.
Yeah. It happens, man. Good to take a break every now and again, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
Evening,
Yeah.
Uni. Evening, Uni.
Oh, how's it going? Yeah.
Good.
Freaking, Jason, actually, yeah. Did you notice my name, by the way, Jimmy?
No, I don't. Jason's dirty shorts. Wow, that's
You see,
very,
he's not
very.
heard the story yet, have you?
I'm just catching up, really, you know, because I was actually out helping a friend, trying to teach them a little bit of, not graphic design, but I was out trying to teach them how to use GIMP. It's open source software. So I got in late, so I missed the start of the show. So I don't want to. I'll let you guys. I'll let you sort of like go on, because there's no point repeating. I don't want to be asking questions that have already been answered. So
there you go. See, so it were a waste of time, that Yoni. You just completely wasted our time. That's fucking. I think I'm going to have to dock your pay. So what you've been looking at then, Jimmy? I mean, listen. I think this is I think it's all a fucking play and it's a joke. I think they're all on the same side. I think it's all been played out in front of us. I think everything, none of it is fucking real at all. But I do understand that there are people that don't think like me. I know that, right? And I respect that as well. So but I feel like I'm Barry Norman when I'm on this show. I'm telling people what the film's like or what movies been going on. But what's been going on anyway? Because it's been interesting. What about Bulgaria and Poland? Haven't they had their gas turned off or something?
Yeah, their gas isn't free. Holy fuck. Oops, they should have a chat with Webster, I'm afraid, you know. They're obviously just not getting it, you know.
Is that real though? Have they turned the gas and electric off, or just the gas?
It's the gas basically, and basically what's been happening. They don't want to pay for it in rubles, so I don't know if they're obviously just gone mad in the head, you know. I mean, they've probably seen the writing on the wall anyway, because I think it's inevitable, really, that when these existing contracts run out anyway, that I imagine Russia will be turning off everybody's gas anyway because of their stance and what they've been doing. So, but I think that what they'll do is they'll just see out the next 5 or 6 months or however long these because they're short-term contracts. It's my understanding these contracts for gas get renewed, I think, every 6 months or so. So they'll probably only be getting anybody who's paying for it in rubles will only have another 6 months gas coming from Russia, I'd imagine, because Russia, I mean, like, they like to honor their contracts, you know, but at the end of the day, when the contracts run out, I don't think there's any incentive for them to continue and renewing the contract.
Right.
And an interesting thing happened with Germany, because Germany is just after finding out that its gas isn't free either, right? And what's happened is, right, basically everybody's been lumped into like friendly nations and unfriendly ones. And basically Germany back, I think if everybody remembers, Germany actually sort of seized Gazprom. And they've done some really strange shenanigans with the subsidiary Gazprom in Germany by seizing it and taking it under state control. And what Germany is after doing is they set up their Gazprom account, the ruble account, and they tried to pay into it, and they found out today that their payment was rejected, right? So basically, Germany is really screwed. Because they're not even going to get the 5 or 6 months finishing on the contract. So Russia really sort of like says, right, you lot, we're not having this. So they actually refused the Germans payment through Gazprom. And I understand, I don't know what Germany was thinking trying to seize Gazprom, What was the logic there? It was just it just goes to show the crazy people that are running the EU, they're on a suicide mission,
It's crazy, isn't it? It's almost
Yeah.
like I said. It's almost as if it is a suicide mission. This is what I mean. This is why I can't fucking take it seriously. It's just honestly, it's like a kid playing a fucking video game. Some stupid kid that's just got fucking I don't know, a video game, got strategic video game, filled PC games or something. It's like one of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to take it seriously what's going on because, these people, they're not stupid, right? They would have sort of game played all this fucking shit. Unless they really are thick as planks, and maybe they didn't think this out and think it through. But, I would have imagined that these people are smarter than the way they're acting right now. So my guess is, are they just collapsing the EU? Is this the game plan? Because I have a bad feeling I think Europe is heading into. I think Europe is going to end up being run by full-blown Nazis. This is how it's starting to look to me now. They're collapsing the whole thing, and I'd imagine the Nazis will take over. This is what's looking like. And we know they're already in control, but I think it's going to be sort of out in the open for everyone to see now after the EU collapses.
Now there's a twist, right? Back for the first time since 1945. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Nazi Paddy. Yeah, fucking little fucking uni stood up front with his fucking his swastika fucking flag waving it about, and he's fucking make America Nazi again.
Yeah, well, in fact, the truth of the matter is, America has always been Nazi, and this goes way back, I mean, they were all the Nazi money and the weapon, everything was coming through America, via Herbert Walker Bush and all that crew, So, they're belly deep in Nazis over in America, and even though everybody thinks that they're the bastion of freedom and hope for the world, but they've been long captured, in my opinion. Now, that's just the way I see it. I could be wrong.
Oh, dear.
Did you pick up on that story, Jason, about I'm not sure if they're the CEOs, but the owners of Gazprom? There was 2 really strange murder-suicides. I think it was during the week. It was during the week, I think, and 2 of the 2 families, they're related, like the father and the mother, and the daughter and the husband, and their youngest children were all murder-suicided. Did you hear about this?
No, I didn't hear about it. No, I think I heard something about. I did see something, but I didn't read it.
Yeah. Well, this is a very strange case because apparently it went down as a suicide, right? But it was a very, very strange suicide to have 2 suicides from different generations of the same family, the parents and then the sons and daughters now. And the only surviving members of these two family lines were the eldest daughters. So it's just a very, very interesting case, and this is kind of, it just seems very, very sus because Gazprom seems to be the center. It seems to be the epicenter of what's going on in Europe right now, and so I don't even want to guess at what might be going on there. Did the eldest girls decide that they were going to take over and get rid of the parents? Weird case, very, very weird case.
It is, isn't it? It does sound like a weird case, yeah. So these are Gazprom then? Are these something to do with Gazprom? Because Gazprom, they're the company, weren't they? They all their bills, they were everywhere on billboards in football stadia. They used to be everywhere, and then they just disappeared. And I did read something about being banned. So that's I'm taking that's the Russian state sort of gas company.
Yeah. They'd be one of the main gas suppliers out of Russia, and they have subsidiaries in various countries. Like they had a subsidiary in Germany. While you went off screen that time, I was explaining that subsidiary in Germany, Gazprom Germany, and a few weeks back, Germany seized it off the Russians and took it under state control. Do you remember that happening?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I was explaining how everybody has now got, anybody who's unfriendly to Russia now has to have a Gazprom ruble account so that they can pay their euros into Gazprom, so that Gazprom can convert their euro into ruble. And because Germany seized Gazprom, Germany tried to pay their gas bill today, and the payment got rejected. Yeah, no joke, man. That's saying Germany found out their gas is not free either.
Okay, now fire.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
Some serious fucking good shit going down though, isn't it, man? You know what I mean?
It's amazing.
It's the game that they're fucking playing. It's fucking amazing, keeping everyone hooked. I've seen loads of fucking Ukraine flags out today. And I feel like going, then you silly cunt.
Yeah.
But I think to myself, what's fucking point? The cunts are fucking same cunts all jabbed up with a fucking mask on. I went to the doctors yesterday.
Yeah.
I went to hospital yesterday for me. I have to go for an INR. So I have to go to hospital fucking 4 weeks ago last time, but I had to go yesterday. And I went in, and I've not been for 4 weeks. And I've never worn a mask, ever. And nobody's ever said to me. Anyway, she says to me, I think someone mentioned it once, but I just said no. Anyway, I was sat up front, and there were about fucking 15 people in front of me. And because you get a ticket, and you see what number it's on. I think I was on hour 125. I think it was on 103 or something. So there were plenty of people in front of me. Anyway, this woman comes out and then starts getting everyone get ready, have your coats off and your fucking arms, sleeves rolled up, because everyone's going in for fucking blood tests in different cubicles. And then she turns to me and she says, where's your mask? Have you got your mask? I says, I'm not wearing a mask. And she says, you're not wearing a mask? I says, no, I'm not wearing a mask. No, I'm exempt. And she said, have you got a certificate to say you're exempt? I said, I'm not having a certificate to say I'm exempt. And she says, well, you see, there's people on here who come in here who are very vulnerable. They've got with people who are having cancer treatments who are very vulnerable. I says, miss, I'm like, I've had 2 heart attacks. All right, I'm a one-legged fucking bloke with a fucking flat earth t-shirt on, and you're saying I don't know what fucking vulnerable is. I says, I'm vulnerable as well. I'm not having a mask on. And as I started saying second bit, she just started walking off. Anyway, when I went into cubicle, they called me number. I went into cubicle. Oh, that's what she said as well. She said, when you get in, they might refuse you. I said, well, it's up to them if they refuse me. It's they're perfectly within the rights to refuse me. And so anyway, I went in, and the woman that were in there, she was lovely. And so I just said to her, I says, look, if you want, I'll pull me, while you're taking blood out of me, I'll pull me t-shirt up over my nose. She says, oh, would you? And I said, yeah, of course I will. Because she would be nice to me, see? And I thought, well, if it makes her feel better, I'm just not walking about with a fucking mask on. Fucking.
That reminds me of something. Tit suit for the lassies.
That's what I said to her. I said, when I walk, it's 100% more energy I use to walk than somebody who's got 2 legs. And she said, and she just walked off when I were halfway through it. I thought, you fucking cheeky bitch. Anyway, it weren't very nice. I know they're under a lot of stress. I try to be nice to everybody, but some people.
It's been. Just look, there's an awful lot of people seriously brain damaged after all this psychological warfare, and it's funny because it's only starting. Imagine what they'll be like in about 6 months' time. Fucking hell. I think they're bad now. I think they're going to get crazier.
Oh yeah, crazier and crazier and crazier. But just resist. It's just passive resistance. Just say no. I'm not putting a mask on.
Yeah, I couldn't care fucking less. Really couldn't. And
but if it makes her feel better, because she were nice to me, so I thought, well, if it makes her feel better, I'll put not my mask, but my t-shirt up like that.
Yeah. And look, that's all you can do. That's all you can do, man. Because, fuck it, man. We're just trying to get through as best we fucking can through the fucking madness, and if it just takes that just to get through to the next fucking phase, I'm okay with it, because it's enough for me to know that it's all bullshit, and if it takes all of it, I don't have a fucking problem with it, because all these people are fucking unhinged, and do you know what? You want to go around protest? Fine, go fucking protest. Make fucking life difficult on yourself. Go and show how fucking stupid everybody is. Confront everybody, and easiest path possible is the way I'm playing this, because I just want my life just to be as handy as possible, and I'm okay to be one of the few that actually knows what's fucking going on, and I don't give a fuck that everybody's brain dead, and I don't feel the need to go and tell them or show them or do fucking nothing. Let them live in their delusion, and I'll know behind the scenes that's all bullshit, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, man, live your life, man. You got to roll and rock and roll and do that sort of thing.
Exactly.
You got to. What are you doing, Uni, to cheer your sen up? Come on, tell us what you do to make. When you're feeling a little bit melancholy one day, and what do you do to cheer yourself up?
Well, I don't
yes,
really.
Tell us. Yes, tell us from the toilet. Yes.
I'm not in the toilet. Well, I don't really do anything special. I just carry about my normal business as usual. I don't really have the luxury of being able to just go and have certain things that I can do in order to make me feel better when I feel stressed. I just try to mentally deal with it as best I can, because I realize at the end of the day that this is affecting me. I have to be the one to get over it.
There you go. Good attitude to have, man. Good attitude to have. Yeah.
Do you know that phrase, Jason? Eat the mic.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a new one for Uni to look up.
I don't use the microphone. Mine's built into my laptop.
It's what? But you're miles away. You sound like you're miles away. Doesn't it sound like he's miles away, Jimmy?
Yeah. You sounded like you're in the toilet, like shouting across the room.
Is this better?
Yeah, that's better. We can hear you now. It's not like you. I don't know where you were. You were probably sat under your bed, fucking tossing it up.
Choking the baldy.
Well, people have different reactions, when I come back on after I've had a break.
A break, so you get a Kit Kat bar.
By the end of November, I start getting excited, says Lump Sum Tharo.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, have you guys ever heard of No Nut November?
No.
It's this stupid meme thing that happens in November. I only remember it because he brought it up. He brought up November. It's just it's this thing where a lot of people my age, what they like to do is to go the whole month without nutting even once, and then in December they have it's like the opposite of where you basically let off that whole month's worth of nutting in one sitting.
Fuck's sake. Yeah. Look, this is an American thing, right? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's specifically an American thing, but I know that people from other countries do it.
What's it called?
No Nut November.
No Nut November. What are you supposed to do?
Not nut for the entire month of November.
Not nut.
So basically, no masturbating, no sex, no coming at all, no climaxing.
So what do you call that nut? Oh my God, if I did to my bollocks what I fucking did to me fucking cock, Jesus Christ, it's fucking bruised as fuck. How can you call it fucking nut? It's not nut. You don't touch your nuts. Your nuts are there just to be paddled and like cupped and things.
Cooked? What?
Cupped. You cup them, don't you?
Oh, you said cup. Oh, I thought you said cooked. I was like, what?
No. Uni, you always have to bring it down, don't you? Yeah. I saw that. What is that anyway? I saw that on my thing. What is it? What does it mean?
That's for uni, I think. I think uni could do one of them, but not in November.
Oh my
That's like
God.
that's one of those fake pussies, right? somebody's duct taped it onto the exhaust of a car. It looks fucking cool, doesn't it?
Oh my God. What is that? What the fuck is that?
Oh, probably you would have to explain this. How do you explain this in American? What do you call a fanny in American uni?
He calls it they call it a cunt.
Oh, cunt.
Cunt.
That's what I call uni in the background. So no, we'll have to. It's a fake fanny anyway, uni, right? You know, you slap a bit of oil on it, right, and then stick your todger into it, and then see what happens.
Oh no, Gio, man, take it off. It's fucking making me feel all.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah. So, Jason, question.
Go on then.
What are Poland going to do?
We should invade Germany and declare fucking sides with Russia. That would be a twist, wouldn't it? We need twists in this tale, don't we? You know, we need somebody to turn. Who's going to turn? Is there anybody turning yet? Because someone's going to turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Something's going to happen, I think. Something's going to happen on the Polish side. If Poland go in and decide to take back their historical territory, are the Ukrainians going to be happy about it? And are the Russians going to be happy about it?
Well, no, because the Russians will see it as a further step towards their fucking borders.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think Putin said the other day, any interference, and he said this just before the news started coming out about the Polish build-up and the exercises going on, and he says like they'll be striking lightning fast, like in reference to their new Kinzhal missile. You know, I think isn't the Kinzhal the hypersonic one, and so. Putin, I don't think Putin is going to want Poland going in there, and if they dare go in there, and it's looking like that's their intention, right? And plus you've got Romania to the south. There's a build-up going on there as well too. So, and Romania has territory historically, which is part of Ukraine is historically Romanian. So, are they going to want? I think we're seeing three fronts starting to open up here.
Oh, go on, do tell me more.
Yeah, have you not been keeping up with this, Jason? No,
not really, because it bores fuck out of me, honestly. It really does.
Oh, all right, okay.
I just want to say this. I just want to say this before you start, Jimmy. You said the three holes have opened up. Well, I know what they are: the mouth, the ass, and the vagina.
Right, yeah, okay. Now, back to reality. So, this is what's going on. Like, Poland are running huge exercises, and they've expressed an interest in entering into northwest Ukraine under the guise of peacekeeping forces. Now, and to the south, you've got Romania, and they've got, apparently there's NATO stuff on the move, because Romania is a NATO country, so it's on the move, heading towards Moldova, right? Now, today, 7 countries have told their citizens either get out of Moldova or don't go there. And you see, there's a Russian enclave there called Transnistria. It's a little sliver of land between Moldova and Ukraine, and that seems to be where they're going for. It's kind of like, I think it's a last-ditch effort to keep access to the sea for Ukraine, right? So that they keep getting NATO NATO weapons in, right? So there seems to be a play coming now from 2 different sides, and what I'm waiting to see now is, are they going to heed Russia's warning and stay the fuck out, or are they going to just go in anyway? This should be interesting, and we'll be watching this very, very closely. So,
yeah, man. Yeah, it does sound interesting, but it's a little sliver, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
What? I mean, it. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's they're fighting over, they're going to be fucking fighting over little bits of shitty land like that, and then it turns into something fucking major. Which it won't.
It's not exactly a shitty piece of land. There's actually Russian people there, Russian speakers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And it's got access to the sea. It's a key location.
Right.
Very, very key.
I didn't realize it got access to the sea.
Yeah. And it's the only place left where Ukraine, because like Russia's just wiping up the southern coast of, it's hoovering up everything to the south of Ukraine and cutting off Ukraine from the Black Sea completely. Transnistria, it's unclear whether Russia can get to Transnistria in time to head this off. Like it's unclear, but they could do a lot of damage with these new missiles they have. So we'll have to watch this very, very closely, because this could be the flashpoint. This could be the escalation.
I mean, we're talking about rockets. I mean, what's in there? I mean, I know if it's a port, and it's strategically really important. But I mean, what is there? Pucker military targets in there? Would you say? I mean, you can't really rockets millions, can you?
No, it's kind of like it's Moldova, and Moldova has zero army. They don't really have anything at all there. I think whatever it is, it's very, very light armor and stuff. Some sort of like badly trained defense forces. So they're not really. Moldova has never spent any time militarizing or doing stuff with defense. So, and it wants to stay out of this war, from what I gather. But it may not have any choice. We'll just have to watch it closely and see what happens.
Aye, yeah, interesting stuff.
Yeah, very interesting.
Non-violent Tony says, Jimmy, move your mic down a wee tad.
Oh, it's too loud, am I?
I don't know. It might be. I don't know.
That's no problem. Is that any better, Tony?
Yeah, that's better. Actually, it's clearer and crisper. Okay. In it, Uni.
Yeah.
And what the fuck was all that old thing, Bart, man? That 3 fronts thing. I mean, what was that? Your arse, your mouth, and your... Yeah, so can you please stop using language like that on my show? I apologise to anybody who might have been offended by what he just said. But, we apologise. But remember, Uni's views are not necessarily the views of Jimmy and myself. Well, here.
I have greatly different views than you two on many things.
See, he's even got an evil laugh.
I'm Dr. Evil.
Tell you, fucking. We've let him in. We've let him in now. He's fucking in. They said it. Everyone thinks he's going to be suave. The Antichrist. He's going to be suave and everything. Nobody fucking realised they were going to be a fucking fat kid from fucking Washington.
Oh, the gloves are off now, huh?
Fucking from Washington, yeah. It's like I'm coming, guys.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. They always fucking dead suave in them films, aren't they? They've got really good and interesting things and what have you, and nobody even thinks it could be somebody else like Uni, who's over there.
I'm coming down to become the savior, the Antichrist.
What if we to pretend to be dead? Might they just fuck off? Who said that?
Conscious subjecture.
Have you got a cold there, Jimmy?
No, not really. It's that time of the year for me. I always get allergies this time of the year, but they settle down usually by the end of May. I have I get badly affected by it. There's a particular type of pollen. I think it only started the last few years, and I think I've identified the type of pollen, and because it's the only type of pollen which is in abundance. Are you familiar with the plants that grow in bogs?
So am I. Been to very, very many bogs.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm not talking about those type of bugs.
bog pollen. Yeah, bog pollen. Is that what you call it? Yeah. There's something else over here. We have little yellow cubes. You're right. They're good.
I've noticed that a lot of people are allergic to pollen. Why is that?
Because it's little grains there, and they've got kind of little spikes on them, right? And then when you inhale them in, they kind of get stuck in your nasal passages and stuff, and they just irritate. They just cause a little bit of irritation, and they're like little tiny grains, and they just go in and then they can't get back out. So it's that's all it is.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
That's all
Jimmy,
it is.
I wanted to ask you about. I fucking forgot now. It's Uni that making me laugh. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you about. I was talking about getting that bloke on who did that video on the jet fuel hoax. I don't know if you ever seen out about that and what you thought of it.
The jet fuel hoax? No, I don't. I assume this has got to do with the towers.
No, nothing to do with towers. No, just that jetliners don't use anywhere near as much fuel as we're told.
I don't know. I've never really looked into. I assume jetliners are strange entities because they usually follow the jet streams, So I'd imagine jet fuel usage would be sort of related to how the jet streams are at the time a plane is flying, because a lot of these jetliners, all they have to do basically is to get up to the right height to hit the jet stream, and then they kind of glide. So I'd imagine if the jet stream isn't in good shape, it might end up using more fuel, perhaps. That'd be my thinking on it, So I'd imagine it would be variable. I have no clue about how much fuel they'd use now, but that'd be kind of above my pay grade,
Yeah, well, I mean, it don't make much sense. So the amount of fucking just the weight of the fucking fuel in the wings, and then fucking wings are fucking flimsy. They wobble when they're not. I know they're strong, but they're fucking still. When you're talking about fuels, liquids. But I suppose if they're full when they go in and then they're empty when they come back, on takeoff and landing, that's all you're going to notice, isn't it? Really, is wobble on wing.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of planes will dump any excess too before they come in land, because I think it's a standard procedure that they dump everything.
Yes.
Well, if they're doing an emergency landing, they don't. If they're just if they're not doing an emergency landing, they're just going. But the wings are supposed to hold that, it to be like, I think it's 16 double-decker buses on each wing. There's the weight. That's the weight. Simply the weight on that. I mean, the forces on it's just fucking incredible. I don't know. It's perhaps there's stuff that people I don't know about. I just thought it were interesting. I like looking at things.
Yeah,
But it was sort of a way that I saw it was a way that they got the fucking it was the way that they got the money back were like, because they fucking don't. A lot of its cost of a ticket is fuel, so they don't use as much fuel. But I don't know, but it's just interesting. But then again, I watched the documentary on Netflix other night about Boeing. And about this thing that they had, the 737 Dream or something.
the Dreamliner.
The Dreamliner, yeah. Oh, but it's
787. Is it the 787? I can't remember either. But Dreamliner, the biggest.
They had two new ones that crashed. They had two. They were so brought out. Well, Boeing. I think it was 737. Anyway, 737 Max, I think it was called. But it was 20% less fuel. It used 20% less fuel. That was its selling point. They sold fucking loads of them, and what had happened is they sold loads of these, thousands of these planes, and they were all in air, and then suddenly one fucking crashed, and then Boeing knew exactly what it were that had caused crash, because it were a new system that they put in plane that pitched the nose down when it thought that it was stalling, but when the sensor would faulty, it were faulty, and they were on takeoff, and it would gain a false reading, which were making them pitch down, right? So it does pitches down automatically, and you could turn it off, but they didn't even know it was in there, and it had been not put. It had been told that they didn't need, because airliners didn't like putting pilots in simulators. They didn't like to be trained on things. They just told them that they just didn't tell them it was there, and so it crashed. And then another one crashed about a couple of months later.
I remember those cases. Yeah. I remember there was and it wasn't recorded, because when something goes wrong, they have a checklist that they run through, don't they? And there was no checklist. They couldn't figure out. There was no way for the pilots to sort of solve the problem while in midair. And normally, they have a little booklet that they go through, so that so that they can sort of diagnose a problem while they're in the air, and there usually will be a solution, but there wasn't for this because it wasn't recorded. Yeah, I remember those cases. Very, very interesting ones, actually. There's one crash in Africa, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was the Ethiopian Airlines. That was the second one. See, they didn't ground the planes when they knew, because Boeing knew what it were, but they didn't ground the planes. And then a few months later, another one went down, killing another fucking 200 people, and it was same thing. And they'd said they had to then go and tell all pilots, but they still won't pull plane. And I think governments ended up, banning them planes from coming into their airspace, and they were grounded. But fucking Boeing.
Are you sure that they were the Dreamliners? Because I can't remember
any.
No,
they weren't Dreamliners. They were 737 Max, I think.
Right. Yeah. I was thinking, because I don't think that there have been any accidents with the Dreamliners. Not to my knowledge.
Well, I don't know. I ain't got a clue. I don't know what a Dreamliner is.
They're the massive 2-decker ones. The big giant planes.
47.
I can't remember. If you look up Dreamliner, there's loads of videos. I've watched a few of them coming into land and take off. It's really interesting to watch them. Big, massive hulks of machines.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
she said.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it just shows you fucking. Who knows? Who knows whether there's the fuel and there's a fuel fucking. I just can't see how much fucking hard they get off at ground without fueling. You know, over that long distance and how heavy fucking. You know how heavy liquids are. What a
Most
ton-
of the fuel will probably be used sort of like trying to take off and get up to the correct height, because you'd be using more fuel lower down, you know. And once you get up to your height, you're actually only just cruising, you know. So
Yeah.
So, Jason,
What?
you want to know what's going on with American politics at the moment?
If this is fucking rude, I'm gonna fucking swing for you.
No, I was going to say, like, the last few days, the Senate has been going back and forth.
Listen, I will fucking swing for you, Taylor Susan Bueller.
What?
Go on.
I was going to say, like, in the last several days, there's been a lot of what's it called? Back and forth in the Senate. There was a huge hearing, and essentially the Republicans are basically calling out Joe Biden and the Democrats for basically having free open borders at the moment, where we're just letting in Ukraine after Ukraine and Mexican after Mexican, and it's something that really winded down, that hasn't been as prominent in the Trump administration, but in the last couple of years since Biden came in, it's been a lot of a lot more open borders, if you know what I'm talking about.
Come on, Jimmy, you say something to him, because I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
he's on about their open borders over in America, but to be honest, like, we have our own fucking problems here in Europe, you know, same issues and just different circumstances. So, you know, I imagine you'll get fucking, you'll probably get
So
out
he's
of
just
control.
spouting a load of right wing shit, is he? Is that what he's doing?
Yeah, he's whinging about fucking Mexicans, you know. Fucking Mexicans.
He'll be saying fucking wetbacks soon, won't he?
But it was sad. It was very sad to see that. Kitty was saying, my hat reminds her of a garden. Yeah, this is my gardening hat, Kitty. Yeah, absolutely. But it was sad to see that officer, that border patrol officer who died trying to rescue some migrant in distress in that river. That was sad, you know. I'm pretty sure that happens quite a lot there, you know. Officers losing their lives, you know. I believe the you know, whatever the fucking, you know, fuck the Republicans, fuck them all, man. They're all rhinos, bullshit artists, just as fucking bad as the Democrats. And do you know what? The Republicans are not your friend. Forget about them. And I don't know what you're going to do to fucking solve it, because I'm not even sure Trump could fucking solve it. Maybe he can, but you know, who knows? Who knows? But there's a massive crisis at the fucking border there. But to be honest, we have our own fucking problems here. We're getting flooded here in Ireland. England, you're having your own problems as well too. Like, and I'd be following Nigel Farage, and he's trying to keep up to date with it as best he fucking can. And so, look, at everywhere is getting flooded. So, what's the net result going to be? It's going to be bad news. I have to say that I do follow this channel, Sanity for Sweden, and he was telling today about the story of this Swedish woman. She was proposed to by a foreigner to get married so that he could stay in the country, and she didn't want to get married to him, and he ended up raping her and fucking her into a mine shaft, killed her. So look, it's, you know, these are problems which are only going to get worse, you know, and for us all, you know, this is the situation we're in.
Someone's got newbie in has got a question here for you, Nate, saying American politics ? Meaning US politics, I guess. Question mark. Leaving out Canada, Central America, and South America. So why call it American politics? At Uni Black Sister. Well, let me answer this for you. I'll answer this for you, Uni. Because it is American politics. Don't forget that continent, right, is named after America. So there you go. Uni.
Yeah.
American politics. Carry on.
Yeah, that's pretty much you pretty much said it right. And no, it's not just affecting the United States. This is also affecting Canada and Mexico as well.
Plus another kind of another clown show thing which is happening over in the States at the minute too was this this introduction of the Ministry of Truth, you know, which has been proposed in response to Elon Musk. And fuck Elon Musk, you know, he's a cunt anyway. This Ministry of Truth that they're going to bring out, you know. And the head of this Ministry of Truth, I can't remember her name, but she actually is Ukrainian. Clown world.
Ministry of Truth. That sounds very familiar. That term, Ministry of Truth. Like, where have I heard that before? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, no, but yeah, you've got to save Ukrainians though, because they've got dogs and they've got cats, haven't they? And they've got fucking what were it? Oh God, fucking I saw one and it was fucking ridiculous. 2 fucking kittens had fucking been saved from the bombs in fucking wherever. I mean, what the fucking hell? I mean, Jesus Christ, there's people dying and we're fucking talking about kittens getting pulled out. Well, people like a nice story, we're nice ending. Oh, then damn Russians, they were even after them kittens. Fucking hell. Jesus fucking Christ.
I see I seen today that the first the first couple of hostages which have been held, well, hostages, I'll put that in inverted brackets, from the Avastal steel plant in Mariupol have managed to get out, right? Did you see that?
No, I didn't. What?
Yeah, so a couple of people, a woman, a child, and a man managed to get out. So, and apparently they weren't told that there were corridors open for refugees to get out, and but they managed to get hold of a radio, and so we got 3 people out, and apparently there's 70 to 80 more civilians down there. That's what I'm hearing. So that's a crazy situation as well, you know, that steel plant, you know, and everybody's stuck down there in that bloody dungeon.
At least they're not in my dungeon.
Oh,
I think
God,
you'd be very scared if you. Yeah, honest to God, I'd be scared to be in Uni's dungeon as well.
Okay, now fire. I were talking overnight. Me and Dinny and him were talking, and on Skype. Fucking Skype. Jesus Christ. Fucking. Okay. Anyway, again. Skype. Yeah. What we were talking about. Oh, can't remember. What were we talking about? We're going to say something then.
Oh, what's that point, Jason?
No. Oh no, Jason. Oh no. I can't fucking remember what it were. We were talking about something on Skype and fucking. I don't know. I can't remember. If it's fucking gone. You say something. Jimmy. What's? Tell us about your garden. How's your garden doing?
Well, it's tipping along. I've made the decision today to basically start hardening some of the smaller plants off. So I'm going to start moving them outside and get them ready for going into the ground. But the garden's tipping along. I'm not killing myself this year, Jason, and I suppose that I can only thank the lockdowns for this, right? Because only for the lockdowns, I probably wouldn't have got as much done. So now I can just sit back and take it easy, you know, and just put things in the ground, which is what gardening is supposed to be about. the last few years has always been about prepping ground and digging and and hard work, and this year it just seems to be sort of like settling down. Now that all the major digging is done, all I've got to do is just plant this year. So just a whole lot of the stress of gardening just seems to be gone now this year. So that's where I'm at. I have to get the tomatoes into the ground in the tunnel. That's going to be happening over the coming days. I'm starting a new job next week, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I've got a job maintaining the grounds for a little village just a couple of miles away, so that'll be occupying me for a couple of days a week for the next 3 years, I think. So that's something to look forward to, getting out and about, meeting people, and something which I don't do enough of. So, and it's also like doing what I'm trained to do, horticulture and taking care of this sort of shit, So, so that's where the gardening is at the minute, nice and relaxed, no panic. Everything's coming along. I've got batches of seeds on the propagator. I've got peas, which are sort of like, they're about that height now, and beans, which are just as high, and I've got a new batch of seeds down. So all I've got to do is just do a little bit every week or two now, and just have a little bit of a rotation, so you don't get hit in one go with a pile of shit that you have to do. That's a mistake a lot of gardeners make, is like putting down too much in one go, and then you have too much to do. So I'm just refining, just getting better at what I do, and I'm preparing for the shit hits the fan time, because I think food is going to be so important in the coming years. It looks like, I don't know, it just looks like the whole supply chain is just being broken completely, smashed the fuck. And even the foods, I don't know if you've been following all the fires and stuff that's been happening at like food plants and stuff like that. It's been crazy. So there's an attack on the food happening as well, while all the other shit's going down. So I think we're going to have to get back to just doing a few little bits and pieces for ourselves, and everybody growing a little bit. And if everybody just does a little bit, there'll be lots for everyone. That's the way I'm thinking, and trying to get people around me to think on the same. I think everybody around me senses, they know that something big is coming. So I think they're on the same wavelength. So it's just a matter of nudging them now, just to people who are not already doing a little bit, to think about it.
Cool. Uni, what have you got to look forward to? Are you looking forward to the? Sorry, Jim. That's very commendable. I'm sorry. I felt like I come away from it right quick. Jake subject. I didn't mean to. No, it's it's good. That I like it. I like what you stuff you post in Telegram group as well, which Tony put in chat earlier on. I'm just fucking looking to clock just for 7 minutes, just to fucking fill 7 minutes. What have you? I was going to say, are you looking forward to, Uni? Are you looking forward to the new Toy Story film?
I didn't even know they were making a new Toy Story film.
Yeah, they're making a new Toy Story film. Andy, that kid who's in it, right, is now a 35-year-old paedophile, convicted paedophile on sex offenders register.
Wait, are you serious about that, or are you joking?
No, seriously, no. He's on sex offenders register, and he's Woody comes back. He's still got Woody, and Woody's like fucking having a go at him and saying, "How could you do that, you cunt? I always knew there was something fucking bent about you, where you fucking, who has a fucking, a Barbie fucking doll? Whoa, that little Bo Peep thing, and a Mr. Potato Head. How old is it? And he's got a fucking Mr. Potato Head. So that's what it revolves around. You're looking forward to that?
No. That sounds really weird.
Buzz Lightyear is gay, yeah, because they're doing it, aren't they? In Disney, is it Pixar? Pixar's part of Disney, isn't it? They don't fucking same shit anyway. But anyway, we've got a gay Buzz Lightyear.
They're making him gay.
Gay Buzz Lightyear, yeah.
Oh god.
And they catch fucking little Bo Peep and Mrs. Potato Head doing scissors because they're lesbians. Mr. Potato Head.
Okay. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Some nice comments there in the chat about the gardening, and it's nice to see like Kitty there, like very hard work getting the ground healthy to help growth. It's nice and easy, relaxing then afterwards. Yeah, that's true, Kitty. And conscientious objector, insects are leaving town. I don't know, but I've got all the insects of the whole country around Longford here at my place because there's loads of flowers for them. And who else? Someone said, John Smith says, grow your own puff and baccy and veg, and you're halfway there. That's 100%, John. And I just wanted to highlight a couple of those comments. But it's good to see a few people are sort of like thinking in this way and understand how important it's going to be, especially weed and baccy. And John, I have to say, I've got 25 weed plants sort of coming on. They're about maybe, I think they're about 5 inches tall now. I just moved them out to the tunnel, and it's a seed stock that I've been saving for the last 7 years. So I'm not very good at saving seeds just yet, but I'm trying to improve, so it's one thing having been able to grow plants, but we have to also think about the day that comes if there's no seeds to be had, and what do we do in that situation. And I think the only thing that we can do to prepare is to select decent seed stocks that are sort of like what are called open pollinated seeds that will sort of like you can gather and you can save them, and then the following year you can grow them, and they'll grow true to form is what we call it. They call it, they'll grow true to form. So like, and you'll be able to save those seeds in perpetuity, and you'll be able to share those seeds with the community, which is what I'm trying to do. I just have to improve a little bit with the seed saving and seed gathering, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. So excellent comments there.
You are, yeah, good comments, yeah, and thanks for them. And people probably listening more than I am because I'm fucking stoned a bit. So and I do apologise. I've got some of these that my daughter gave me for my birthday yesterday. Some Cannaburst and the gummies made out of cannabis.
Oh right.
I don't know where they came from.
Oh, do you know what? They remind me. There's a guy I do follow on YouTube. He's an ex-army vet. He was in the Air Force. God, well, John Burke. He's got a whole business making those cannabis gummies. I don't know if that's his particular product. I don't think it is, but if you check out John Burke, he does a pretty interesting show, and he's also got great. He also has another channel that John Burke, I can't remember the channel at the moment, but I'll post it into the Telegram one day, and he does all sorts of strange videos like how to paint like a liberal or how to paint like a Nazi, and he puts these paintings up for sale online, and any funds that he gets goes to veterans and stuff like that. So I'll post him into the Telegram later on if you're kind of an interesting guy to follow. But he makes gummies like that and all sorts of cannabis products, and because these types of products are really good for people who have problems. Who come home from serving out abroad and they come back with all sorts of different types of problems like PTSD and all sorts of disorders. So, he sells these products. He makes them primarily for them so that they help ease the symptoms of whatever syndromes they've got. So interesting.
Cool. I think you, Jimmy, you're the see, we've got all different people with different talents on this show. You are the Alan Titchmarsh of this show.
yeah.
Dinny's the fucking Alf Garnett of this show.
Yeah, good, very good.
And fucking Robert, Elf Freedom UK, is the Dr. Hillary of this group. But he were until he got a fucking better contract offered by the Jimmy O show.
I seen that. Yeah. I was tuned into that show actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, good one.
Yeah. It seems to be going down a storm. I noticed. Jimmy O had a show sort of clashing with this one tonight, and so kind of it was a bit like a no-brainer for me. You know, I know who pays my wages. So.
Yeah. Brilliant. Right, I'm going to get off because I didn't know Jimmy were on tonight. I should have looked. Anyway, I've been on 9:30 forever, and so. Right, we'll take it easy, everybody, and thanks a lot for coming on. Jason's dirty shorts. And Jim, we've missed out on the Alf Garnet. He's not turned up tonight, but I'm sure we'll have him very soon. Thanks to everybody.
Dock his wages.
We will. Yeah, I think we shall. Yeah, definitely. We definitely shall. Listen, you're just fucking fueling alt rumors. Alt rumors are just going to be fueling. Cookie runs.
I heard he's joined the Foreign Legion in Ukraine.
Yeah, did you? I heard they caught 2 constantly Russians. It's this some story I heard. They caught 2 of them.
Oh yeah, they caught several British, and they got 2 dead Americans today. So yeah, and God knows how many others, because like, imagine the amount of bodies that probably have been blown to shit and can't be recognized or identified. So God only knows, you know.
Oh dear. Anyway, never mind. Listen, thanks very much. What can we do? We can sit here and we can talk on a Friday night, and we can keep our spirits up, and we can just let whatever's going on out there fucking be out there for at least 2 hours, which is what we've done tonight. So thanks for coming on and deciding to listen to us tonight. I'll be back on Tuesday night. I don't know if I'm going to have somebody. I've got in touch with a couple of people for guests, but I don't know. Some might not. I don't know. They might not respond, but I'll try and get somebody on, because I do like talking to people. Although that does take a bit out of you when you're talking to people, because you know, I can't just sit here and get stoned. So I have to listen to them and what they're going to say, and then ask them questions pertinent to what they're doing.
Actually, most of the work probably, Jason, goes into just doing the basic research to actually have a few questions to throw at somebody, you know, and.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Poor old Jason is frozen again.
I just went away for no reason. Fucking no. I'm back.
Yeah.
I went away then for no fucking reason whatsoever. Right, I'm going to finish. So take it easy, boys. Thanks a lot, Uni Taylor, over there in Washington, D.C. No, not in Washington, D.C. Washington State.
Yes.
Yeah, 2 different things.
What a fucking state he is in as well. And Jimmy over there in Ireland in a state. But
good night, chat.
He's in a good state. So we are, yes. Go on. If anyone wants to come on, I'm going to continue this. You lot can all talk. And I'll be here, but I'll be taking my shit down and sorting shit out and weeing dog and that. So if anybody wants to come on, talk afterwards, there's usually a few. So I'm going to drop the link now there, and then you can come on. There's like 10. But have your chat etiquette on. At least it is not on this time.
Yeah. Know the difference between your shits and your fucks.
We had Diddy and Leeds last time, didn't we? Diddy and Leeds. The etiquette was just terrible. Fucking Diddy. And then Leeds, and then Diddy, and then Leeds, and then Diddy. Anyway.
Yeah. It was fun, though.
All right. Take it easy, everybody. See you later.